Come out. Your sentence has been decided.
Oh? And what shall we be doing?
Don't you mean execution?
Really now, what person would execute a dear friend?
Keenock, you're scum.
You would.
Keenock is total scum. You might remember this room. We saw it once before.
Looks like you're next.
Next for what? Ah!
Get going.
Where's everybody else?
Floating down there somewhere, maybe?
So we were talking about storylines earlier, and you mentioned how it wouldn't make sense to have Seymour die quickly and get brought back. The problem is, in most storylines, it makes no sense for Seymour to die and then to still be moving. Except this game, that's a thing.
What's
That's
our
part of the
sentence?
story.
Think they expect us to give up and die down here?
Ugh, well, that's a lame way to kill someone.
Where's Uni?
I don't know.
Wonder if we should wait for her.
Let's wait at the exit.
If there is an exit.
I'm sure there's an exit.
How fares the ransom, Maester?
It seems my father's murder troubles him.
It should.
Ever the ransom. Hard-headed, hardly useful.
However,
Yes.
the summoner Yuna, daughter to High Summoner Braska,
You're really focused on Yuna, you know
she
that?
may be of some use to us alive.
She has disturbed the order of Yevon.
All by herself.
She cannot be allowed to live.
I understand.
Do you? Do you,
Let
though?
it go, Seymour. No one thrown into the Via Purifico has ever survived.
Yet there is always a small chance that they might.
Is there? You
Place
sure?
guards at the exit. Kill any who emerge.
Okay, well, apparently there's a chance.
Sir, leave that to me.
First your father, now your bride.
Allow me to do this because she is my bride.
He just wants to kill everybody.
Wait, I will go too.
You do not trust me?
Would you trust a man who murdered his father?
Legitimate point.
Very well. As you wish.
And sure, the cycles can be
Lady
broken,
Yuna,
but...
forgive me.
Okay. So, we have started the Via Purificos. Via Purifico has an amazing theme song. Okay. Yuna has not leveled up in a while, so... she's a little bit under-leveled right now, but that's fine, because we get to level her up in the Via Purifico. And we have a couple of goals that we need to accomplish while we're down here. Oh dear. Okay, so let's start building up some overdrives. Because we're going to need them.
Please.
So thankfully, Veil 4 is awesome and takes care of everything. That's enough out of you. And that's enough out of you. So Yuna is a party by herself. She's kind of powerful that way. Okay. So this is how we get Kamari back.
Yuna, sorry we left you alone.
No, it's okay.
So now Kamari rejoins the party. So this is one of the reasons why it was very, very important that I level everybody up, because of this section right here. Because everybody gets separated, and so by not having everybody leveled, there's a significant chance that the characters you chose to focus on are no longer able to keep up, basically. Okay, Yuna, I want you to give me a cure on him. And then we're going to summon again. But yeah, I mean, if you really think about storylines, no, it would not be good to have Seymour just die, especially when he is starting to become a good villain. But at the same time, most stories would not be able to do what Final Fantasy X is trying to do now. In most stories, you're going to sit there like, who is this and how did he survive something where they kind of very clearly said he's dead? And they go, okay, well, one of two things happened. Either we didn't kill him as hard as we thought we did, or alternatively, and this is where we get Auron.
There must be an exit somewhere. We search.
Or, alternatively, if we did kill him as much as he is, what is this game that suddenly has, you know, all of this zombie crap? And, yeah, that's a really good question. So, the thing about he's undead, well, okay, so now he's a zombie. So, now we have zombies. I mean, yes, he's undead and that's a thing, but you gotta remember that usually when you have a game like this, zombies are kind of, there's a thing, like, zombies are established at a certain point. So to get all the way to, you know, this point and go, oh, by the way, zombies. Okay, well, now you introduce zombies. Now the big question is, okay, what do you do with it? If Seymour is the only zombie, it's a hack plot device to keep your villain alive. But what Final Fantasy X did is it went, no, this is a thing. You know, we are establishing that some people die and just don't freaking leave. And so the game is kind of making sure we understand that, no, we're establishing. And he's not even undead. He's dead, not sent. And that's actually a distinct different thing in this game. I mean, plenty of other games do it, but most other games feel like hack jobs when they do it. You know? They don't feel good when they do the undead stuff. It feels like a gimmick. This game makes it a storyline device. Which I think makes it a little bit different. Okay, so we already saw that Tidus, Waka, and Riku are the three that go to the one side of the Via Purifico. So see, I define undead as a little bit different. I don't know. Like, yes, you know, you're dead, but the spirit won't go. But at the same time, no, Ixion is not the one I was excited about. I haven't shown you yet the one I was excited about. I'll show the exciting one in a second. Ixion is the one that we got at the, I think, the end of the stream you weren't here for. And Ixion is awesome. But Ixion is not nearly as cool as the 4th Aeon. Okay. So over here is Lulu.
Hi.
It's okay. I know.
Go ahead and grab this chest. Okay, we get the white magic sphere. I really wish Tidus was still in the party right now, because if he was, I could use the white magic sphere to make any party member learn haste. So, okay. So we have now activated the teleporters in the Via Purifico. I think the big difference between undead and unsent in this case is that undead seem to defy death. It's kind of like that thing about them. They're dead, but they're not dead at the same time. In this game, the unsent are dead. The only big difference is that they didn't go anywhere. They have, you know, they have stuck to the mortal plane. And what's more about that is that when you look at the typical undead, you know, you have zombies who, you know, are dead but didn't go anywhere, but at the very same time, zombies typically don't have any level of intelligence or agency. They, you know, the scary thing about them is there's lots of them and they spread. We could look at a different type of undead, which is the mummy, but a mummy at the same time is also typically a little bit different. I'm trying to remember what I'm missing here. Oh, here it is. Okay. So the mummy... Whoops, I didn't want to go this way. I'm trying to remember how this puzzle works. A mummy is undead, but it also comes with its thing. It's got strength, generally not amazingly intelligent, comes with a curse. And it's brought in, it sticks around because someone cursed it to stick around. We could talk about, you know, a vampire, and vampires are their own thing. Sure, they're undead, but once again, we're talking about a situation where it's undead by someone else's actions. It's not, you know, it's not the vampire's actions that make the vampire stick around. It's someone else's actions. And then they have their own abilities and all that good stuff. But once again, we're talking about a situation where, you know, it's not its own thing. A ghost isn't even undead. A ghost is just flat dead. And generally, they stick around due to, depending on the thing, unfinished business. You know, they have a reason to stick around, and as soon as that reason is ended, the ghost passes on. Unsent, on the other hand, are extraordinarily strong personalities that kind of, not only do they not get moved on because a summoner didn't move them for whatever reason, but they also, I'm trying to remember this puzzle. They also are strong enough to overcome the hatred of the living and avoid becoming fiends, which is a kind of a big deal in this game. Because generally, you know, the unsent become fiends. That's this whole thing. So we have a type of undead that defies most of the rules of undead. So it makes for a very interesting and kind of different way for them to do things. And then it also allows the game to dig into this mythos it's building of the Spiral of Death. Okay, so we did that. Okay. This is the badass. Most people don't have the strength of will or the magical strength to stick around.
Oh my.
This is Bahamut, Lord of the Dragons. He is not impressed with you and your shit. And he will bitch slap you into submission. That actually doesn't really have anything to do with who goes on to defeat Sin. As I said, most people fail the journey. Okay, now keep in mind, Bahamut's not the coolest summon, but he is one of the coolest summons. But yeah, so it's most summoners just they fail their journey for whatever reason. They die because the journey is extremely dangerous. The game hasn't really talked about that much yet, but it's going to very, very soon. But the journey is extremely dangerous. It's not an easy journey by any means. So a lot of summoners die. Many summoners quit their pilgrimage for various reasons. You know, it's too difficult. They don't have the strength of will to continue. They don't have the strength of self to accept their own death, because everybody knows that to succeed at being a summoner, you will die. Like, that is a thing that every single person on Spira knows, for the most part. That's one of the reasons why summoners are so respected, because they are martyrs. And they do it willingly. So, and it's also, that is also the other important thing. They do it willingly. There's something I'm missing to this puzzle, and I'm trying to remember what it is. But the summoners, they do it willingly. Like, they willingly go and die for what they believe in. And some summoners just do not have the strength of self to do that. So a lot of them just quit. Oh yeah, it's a tremendous deal if you quit. You're basically saying that you value your life over the lives of everybody else in Spira. That's a tremendously big deal. That's a huge deal. Okay, we're building Bahamut's Overdrive. We're trying to build Yuna's Overdrive. There's a boss fight soon that I'm going to need them both for. And then I also need to finish this this puzzle. But honestly, so you know, you're a regular civilian in Spira, right? So you learn that this summoner, who you looked up to, who you felt, you know, wow, this person's going to be amazing. They're going on this incredibly difficult journey, which ends in their death to keep people like me alive. And then all of a sudden you hear that, oh yeah, this summoner just up and quit. They just didn't feel like doing the mission anymore. You know, you're going to go, wow, you know, they feel that they're worth more than everybody else. And so it's a tremendously big deal, and that's why Donna is so surprised about how Tidus feels. Now, of course, Donna isn't aware that Tidus is not a, you know, Spira native, but, you know, she's making it very clear. Most people don't, you know, aren't cool with it. They very much feel that that is a, you know, supreme dishonor, among other things. But that makes sense if you think about it. I need Orin to take his turn real quick. So unfortunately, we don't really have any good overdrives available for Yuna. Her best overdrive is healing. And the problem is most of the healing I want to do outside of combat.
Please lend us your strength.
Well, I mean, kind of think about both Yuna and Asaru. Both Yuna and Asaru, from pretty much day one of their lives, both were ready to do it. You know, both of them have personalities which lead them to feel that, you know, if it's the only thing that will save the world, you know, if it's the only thing that'll save the day, sure, they'll happily die so that others may live. That's just kind of who they are as people. That's one of the reasons that they want to race each other, is because neither one wants to see the other die for it. Okay, so all my summons are leveled up. Or, well, have their overdrive is the way to say that. So at this point, we're trying to solve this damn puzzle. And I'm sucking at it because I can't remember what the next step is. There's a specific room up front and off to the side that has a bunch of treasure chests that are really useful. And I'm trying to get into that room. But the room requires that you use the teleporters that are, you know, hidden around the area. And those teleporters are not in the right positions to get you into that room. So the puzzle here is, how do you get the teleporters into the correct positions? And I'm trying to do that, but there's a specific thing you have to do, and I can't remember what it is. I think it's up here. Give us a second so I can send it down. Whoop. Oh, come on. Oh, whoops. I need to go up first. I mean, I'm sure there are people that were like that. But you got to also remember that apart from Maester Micah, Maester Seymour, Maester Kelk, most people are taught that it's bad to, you know, let unsent exist. It's not down here, is it? So, most people will not allow themselves to be unsent. Because for them, that's really bad. Like, that's not something you want to have happen. You don't want to be unsent. And I don't know if it's ever outright said, but I don't think the existence of unsent is widely known. Where is this thing? There's a specific teleport pad, and I have to move it. I'm trying to remember where it is. Just check real quick. Does it teleport down? No. Where is my missing teleport pad? Is it up? Also no. Okay, let me go to the left then. Well, certainly. But you're talking about a person who has enough strength of personality to want to stick around, but also a person who is willing to die to save everybody else, and those feel pretty mutually exclusive. Like, a person who is willing to die is also probably not trying to stick around. Here? What the hell am I missing? Like, I know what I have to do, but I don't remember how I have to do it. Did I miss something back here? I feel like I missed something in one of these side passages, and I can't remember what it is.
I hate this place.
So do I. And keep in mind, a lot of games do this sort of thing. In Kingdom Hearts, it's not here. In Kingdom Hearts, one of the big things is that if you lose your heart, right? If you lose your heart or your heart's taken from you, you become a heartless. And that is a major portion of the games. But if you have enough strength of will after losing your heart, you create what is known as a nobody, which is it's a body without a heart, basically. And that can kind of go on its own. And if your strength of will is even stronger, your nobody retains your personality and runs around as your personality, but with more powers. But this doesn't happen very often. We don't know of very many nobodies. So apparently people don't, people don't know.
Farewell.
But that's the problem. People don't know there's a choice. Like, the game tried to show that to us very, very early on with Kilika. Where, our loved ones, we feared they would become fiends. People know that if they're not sent, they become fiends. So I can't see a person saying, no, I'm going to try to stick around. Because the idea is, I'll become a fiend. A lot of people are weak-willed. You are very correct. So I can't help but feel like the lore was built well enough to kind of prohibit that. How did Seymour figure it out? He was a maester and already knew about it? Because Maester Micah is also unsent? Well, they can try all they like, but you have to know about it first. If all you know is that your future is to become a fiend, how did they know about it? At some point, someone figured it out. Someone died and woke up again. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what I missed, and I think it's over here. Oh, is it? It's this up here. I forgot about this. It's this room. Damn it! It's this room.
Failure is not an option.
Oh no! Obviously someone figured it out first, but like someone randomly figured out that if I don't want to die, I don't have to go. So I need this. Okay, so where is it going? It goes here. Then it goes here. This goes there. And then goes through. Okay. Okay, that's it. See, I can't help but feel that there's a fairly significant chance that... Okay, I have to go figure out which teleport pad is blinking now. There's a fairly significant chance that, yes, someone figured it out, and that might be why Yevon makes it clear that unsent become fiends. We know at this point in the game that Yevon lies about a lot of shit on a fairly regular basis. So it's not beyond the, you know, it's not beyond thought that someone in the Yevon hierarchy, or perhaps even before the founding of Yevon, figured it out and started spreading this, you know, I can't call it an untruth because it is true. Oh, this one is the blinking one right now. Nice. That's convenient. Someone in Yevon might have spread that, and that might be where the loved ones becomes fiends focus came, because we already knew it's true. Like, it's not a lie. Loved ones do become fiends if they are not sent. But it may have also, you know, been a, well, let's also make sure people don't understand that they can live eternal. Oh, wrong way. Okay, I'm gonna pop in here and do this real quick because we're about to face a boss fight, and as has been mentioned earlier, Yuna's summon power is based primarily on her own stats. But this is what I like about Final Fantasy X, though. There's a fair amount of lore. There's a fair amount that we can theory craft, even though it's not outright said. But one of the things I really like is think about the things you have seen in the game so far, like starting from the beginning, and now start re-looking at those events with the information you have now. All of a sudden, a lot more starts making sense, but also a fair amount of stuff that at the time made sense now no longer makes sense. It has become a plot hole that the game needs to fill. And what I really like is that at some point, the game is going to fill those plot holes. Okay. Oh, hey. We finally found one of these guys. Okay, it took this guy a long time to show up. This is one of the guys that really annoys me in this area. They cast Watera on themselves, heal themselves, and also power themselves up. If you encounter more than one at the same time, it can cause problems. Okay, now that we know that they can easily kill this thing, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure everybody gets in on this one.
Farewell.
Damn, Orin, leave some for the rest of us.
Lady Yuna, so it is you.
Why are you here?
We rode the airship to the Calmlands, then came to Bevel. Maester Kinnock summoned us then, ordered us to deal with the traitors.
You will fight us?
The temple's orders are law.
That's a problem.
Even if you are Lord Braska's flesh and blood.
Definitely a problem.
You're a traitor.
His guardians, I don't see them.
Maroda and Passe are not here. I will do this unhappy deed myself.
That's not very nice.
Forgive me, Lady Yuna.
Okay. So now it is time for the Aeon on Aeon battle. Now, this is not something that the game ever really outright tells you, but the other reason that you can't have too many summoners
against mine
is that any given summon can only be summoned by one person at a time. So you'll notice I cannot summon Ifrit because he summoned Ifrit. This is one of the big reasons why you don't end up having a shit ton of summoners. Interesting. He starts with a... we're going to go ahead and shield. That's what I thought. He starts with an overdrive. I'm not sure if Baleful will survive this. We're gonna see. Hey! Okay. So we're just gonna beat the crap out of Ifrit. I'm gonna give it like 2 more attacks, and then we're gonna go ahead and overdrive him. Oh, hey, never mind. I take it back. That dodge was awesome. Okay, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna overdrive him, and that should be the end of Ifrit. And Energy Blast. Yep. Hey, we hit damage cap again. Awesome. I like hitting damage cap. Damage cap is awesome. Isamaro's not done yet, though. Now he's going to go ahead and summon Ixion. He is just as accomplished a summoner as I am.
It's not over yet.
Yes, it is. Because I also have Ifrit. And mine's better than yours. So as we saw with Belgamine, different summoners, like Aeons, might not be the same power. It's based on the summoner themselves. So my Ifrit is better than his. My Valfor is better than his. Oh, crap. Whoops. That was not good. Oh, hey, cool. That's Valfor's normal overdrive, and you saw how not good it was. That's why you get Energy Blast in Besaid as early as you can. Bye, Valfor. Okay, so now he's decided to stop screwing around, and he has summoned Bahamut. This is where things get slightly scary. In fact, his Bahamut is slightly scarier than mine for one reason.
Let you pass.
I'm gonna go ahead and summon Shiva. So remember how I said Bahamut doesn't care for your shit? So notice his overdrive meter didn't go up. Still didn't go up. Countdown 5. So he just counts down to screw you. He doesn't even bother attacking. He just, like, Bahamut, cool enough that he's just gonna get it done. Doesn't matter, though. I'm still gonna beat him. Okay. So on Bahamut's next turn, he's gonna overdrive. I'm gonna try to stop him from doing so. And there it is. Sorry, bud. And with that, we've defeated Asaru.
Stay away.
Yuna, let's go.
There's a way to the surface up ahead.
Your pilgrimage is over.
Poor guy. If I remember correctly, Shiva's been doing Diamond Dust for a long time. Okay, so now we are going to do the other side of this, and I'm going to do this twice. I'm going to do this the easy way, then I'm going to do it the hard way. By the way, this box is a store. Don't ask me why this box is a store. Okay. You might have remembered someone was in here earlier, a couple days ago, who was talking about a joke boss. The upcoming boss is the joke boss. And taking damage here doesn't actually matter because there is a save point up ahead. So we're just going to beat these guys up. Whoops, wrong enemy. Kill it, please. Thank you. I love that it wasn't in position. Sewer base, you missed a lot. Okay, as I said, I'm gonna defeat him the joke way. The problem is the defeating him the joke way is not satisfying and also wastes a decent amount of experience. So I'm gonna beat him the joke way, and then I'm gonna beat him the real way. Probably gonna have to go back and heal again after this. Yep. The memeiest of memes are about to happen. Well, I'm going to beat him the joke way, and then I'm going to beat him the real way. Well, you're right. I'm beating the joke way, so I don't need to heal now. You're right. You're right. Hey, Riku is that close to Warrior. Okay, that's good. It's actually really useful. So she's finally going to be able to start actually charging her overdrive. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the boss. We'll get Warrior again. She's only like 3 or 4 auto attacks off of getting it. I did this the wrong way the first time by opening the gates. You shouldn't open the gates. Okay. So, gigantic, really hard boss. So here's the thing. This has been a thing since, I believe, Final Fantasy 1. If an enemy is a zombie, and you use a healing thing against it, it deals damage. So casting Cure on a zombie hurts them. So what happens when you have an enemy that is hurt by healing items, and you give them the item that revives people? It deals massive damage. Specifically, because Phoenix Down does 50% of the enemy's health back to them, or 50% of your health back, it gives deals 50% damage to it. So if I use the one that revives the entire party, it instantly kills it. So that's the meme way to kill this boss. You use either a, I also got an overkill. But you use a Phoenix Down and another Phoenix Down, and it overkills the boss. The problem is that's not satisfying. So we're going to kill the boss the fun way. Also, there's a trigger command that comes up in this fight. Do not use it. It actually deprives you of getting rewards. I don't need Warrior for this one. Like, Warrior's actually not needed. Water gems. Interesting. It's not immune to dark. Uh-oh, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Okay, that is a major issue. We might have just gotten screwed. I'll show off what opening the gates does in just a second. That's also really annoying that happened right there. Thankfully, it did not kill Riku, so I'm fine. Okay, Riku. No, I have energy rain, but I don't think it's actually any more damage. Okay, please do not stone gaze. Okay, that's fine. So the problem with Evray is that Evray has the ability to do the move Stone Gaze. Stone Gaze, if it succeeds, instantly petrifies one of your guys. Normally, that's not a problem, but underwater, petrification is instant death. As I said, normally not a problem. There's Warrior. Yep, Parent's Desert World. Please don't. Okay, there we go. We win. Let's go ahead and mug again. Nope, no more water gems? Okay, that's fine. Didn't get an overkill, though, sadly. That's fine, though. Okay, so there was a trigger command to open the gates. If you open the gates, I believe, 3 times with Riku, you just escape the fight, if I remember correctly. So you just leave. The problem is, every gate you open bypasses a, see, I could have gotten more black magic spheres. I did get the TKO, however. That is amazing. That's astonishingly good. So I could have gotten 2 black magic spheres. Sadly, I did not. That's fine. So Waka now has TKO. TKO has Stone Touch. So it's just a chance to flat kill an opponent. And I'm also going to throw, I could throw Evade and Counter on it. I could throw Counter Attack on it. I could throw Double Overdrive on it. I kind of want to put Double Overdrive on it. I can't think of a reason not to. Okay, for every gate you open, you miss a chest. And these chests actually have decent stuff in them. For example, Rematch, which is another item for Waka. Rematch has Evade and Counter on it, which is actually now better than the thing I just made. Which kind of sucks, actually, but that's fine. So, opening those gates makes you miss these chests. There's Avenger. Avenger is Tidus's version. We already had one that had counterattack, so we just got another thing that I already had, unfortunately. But yeah, you miss those 2 chests by opening any of the gates. Otherwise, as you can see, we're done. These passages that I'm swimming through are actually part of the fight. So I have officially done it. I don't know why you can't backtrack when you open the gates. Just, you can't. And I'm out. So you miss both those chests if you go through those gates. And normally, Evade and Counter is actually a little bit harder to get, but even Counter Attack is a little bit harder to get. We just happened to get lucky at getting one for Tidus really early on.
Uni!
We're all alive!
You're all right?
We all escaped.
We were so worried. It's good to have you back.
Yes, that was just after Cloister 5. I'm glad you're alive. Oh, hey. And now Keenock is dead. Keenock is not coming back, however.
Why, you?
I have saved him. He was a man who craved power. And great power he had, but he feared losing it.
Yeah, that's a
Trembling
problem.
at unseen enemies, he spent his days scheming petty schemes. Chased by his fears, never knowing rest.
Apparently he feared Orin.
You see, now he has no worries. He has been granted sleep eternal. Death is a sweet slumber. All the pain of life is gently swept away. Ah, yes.
What
So
a
you see,
douche.
if all life were to end in Spira, all suffering would end. Don't you see? Do you not agree? That, Yuna, is why I need you.
Yeah, about that.
Come, Lady Yuna. Come with me to Zanarkand, the lost city of the dead. With death on our side, we will save Spira, and for this, I will take from you your strength, Yuna, your life, and become the next Sin. I will destroy Spira. I will save it.
About that.
Nuts!
And what will you do next, I wonder? That didn't seem to work.
Unpleasant. Very well. I will give you your death. You seem to want it so.
Unfortunately, Seymour is fairly strong. What's more, he seems to have the power to instantly kill people and take their powers. So, Wonder Girl, you asked if Seymour was a fiend. The answer is no, but because he's no longer alive, he gets to do stupid shit. Yeah, he is an unsent. But because he's no longer alive, he has the ability to do things that you would normally not be able to do. Because they would normally kill you.
Protect Yuna!
Go!
No way! I'm fighting!
I said go!
For some reason, Seymour's giving us time to have this conversation. See, I don't think it makes him a fiend by definition. Being a fiend by definition is losing your sanity and becoming animalistic.
He's a guardian. Protecting you is everything.
Orin!
That's right. We're all guardians. Yeah, and you know what that means? Yuna, anywhere you go, I'll follow.
Anywhere I go?
Yeah, anywhere.
Well then, let's go.
Hey, Kamari! Leave some for us!
Hey, wait for me!
Me too!
I'll go too.
Poor Orin. Everybody has a death wish. Okay. Let's go ahead and save real quick. Note, there is a save all the way at the other end of this hall.